Hello, sweet Scorpio. This is Meredith. I am here with your monthly message for December 2018. I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos as well. That way you have the full picture of what's going on in the energy atmosphere for the month of December, our last month of the year. Kind of exciting. We're doing something a little different here. We're using the Celestial Origin Healing Runes. Beautiful deck. Each card has a rune on it that brings a healing energy to you. And for the purpose of this reading, these cards are meant to represent a message from your soul energy. Then we have the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot for the general message of the month, and then we have the Romance Angel Oracle cards for a love message. So let's get started. Let's see what your soul wants you to know. Freedom. Yeah, Scorpios like to feel free for sure. You know, even when they're in relationships, they need to, their friendships, within their families, with their beloved, they need to be able to go out and explore. And have their time, their quiet downtime. It's very important to them. So having it show up, I don't know if you can see it, the card is somewhat, it's pretty light. I'm hoping you can see that well. There we go, that's a little better. So this is from your soul energy. This is Scorpio being very interested in liberation from things that no longer serve at this time, which is probably not a shocker when you consider, again, the energy atmosphere that we have been negotiating lately. We've had a full year of retrogrades. We've had some really intense eclipses. We've had lots of daily readings about those messages. So to put it all through the hourglass for Scorpio, you've kind of had enough, and you'd like to be free and liberated from some of these spiritual life lessons. And my feeling is that it's wrapping up for you, but let's see what comes next. Sweetness of life. Yes. Scorpios are very dedicated individuals. They show up. You know, if you are running a business and you've hired a Scorpio, you have a dedicated employee, most likely. I'm sure there are other factors with your other astrological signs in your chart, but for the most part, Scorpios are, they're very driven, and they love to be of service, and they love to engage their purpose. And so sweetness of life next to freedom means that Scorpio, at this time, you are wanting to relax into the reward of all your dedication and effort. And these cards are saying, yes, do that. Then the next one is fire. Of course, Scorpio. For a water sign, you do love to play with fire, don't you? Fire, this is inspiration, this is ignition within your sweetness of life and within your sense of freedom. For you, there's this sense that, I'm going back to this retrograde eclipse energy. You've been dedicated and deep in self-examination, self-exploration, and that fire card shows that that's going to continue for you, but there's this desire to branch out a little bit, play with a little bit more fire at this time. You've been sort of playing with the fire within your own experience, and now there seems to be this desire to have the freedom to explore that in a larger arena. That's what my guides are saying, which brings you more sweetness of life, more joy. Okay, let's see what goes with this. First card, you have the Fool. Interesting. A new beginning, a fresh start. Yes, you are ready to branch out. That's the feeling. You've done a deep... Again, my guides are feeding me all these lines. You've done a deep dive on your own self this whole year. The self-exploration has been intense for you and very enjoyable. And it has produced a sense of personal freedom and liberation within your own self, having the freedom to be able to explore your journey, all of your journeys, new ones, old ones, has been wonderful for you. And it is sweet for you. There is also at the same time another layer of wanting to emerge out of this metamorphosis and engage more with others. So bring some of that inner exploration into the light, into your, I'm listening to my guides, into your mysterious realm that others are so fascinated by. You're wanting to share from that space. That's what I get. But the Fool also indicates not only a new beginning and a fresh start, a new journey begun, which that's all very exciting. It's traveling light. So for some of you specifically, this is short trips that feel like mini vacations, which is really good, adds to that sense of freedom for you. But the Fool in Tarot, he can overlook consequences. You know, he's always ready to step off a cliff, and the card he faces could be an aspect of his life that he is not taking seriously. So let's see what that is. Oh, the Lovers. Interesting. So there are two parts to this right now. There is a new beginning in a loving relationship. Something that has a lot of fire and sweetness. But in order for you, Scorpio, to even consider it, your freedom has got to be a priority within the relationship. And your partner needs to know that and be in harmony with it, so that the sweetness within the relationship is maintained. And it's possible that you could be overlooking how that needs expressing within your relationships. Now, the next part of this is that the Lovers is a choice card, a decision to be made. And the card to the left is the most likely course of action. So it means a new beginning, and it also means a fresh start and almost a desire to take the leap of faith and damn the consequences. But the feeling here is that there aren't necessarily negative consequences. It's just that there's been such a deep self-exploration this entire year that the most likely course of action sends up a red flag for you, because you don't want to do things the same old way. You want to do things a new way. My sense is you will. Now, the card to the right of the Lovers, when it comes to making the decision or the choice, is the Heart's Desire. But what's interesting here is that the Lovers card is a message of follow your heart. So let's see what we have. Oh, look. The Four of Wands. That's the honeymoon card. That's the happy life card. That's the 1111 card. It's stepping through a gateway, a strong bond, a deep commitment. So this is the Heart's Desire. The caution is, or the seeming indifference, or the thing you don't take seriously, is how it is possible for you to remain feeling liberated and free within this union. That may be a big mystery to you right now, Scorpio, and it may be the very fire that you are playing with within your own experience. So, what an interesting lineup of cards for you, Scorpio. Of course, you're going to just be so radically different, and I love that. And then you have, yeah, you have the Hanged Man. Okay, so what I feel here is you have the Fool stepping off the cliff, but then you have the Hanged Man over here, all super enlightened, deep in prayer and meditation. So this is action, and this is inaction. The feeling is you want to take the leap of faith in relationship. Now, for those of you Scorpios who are single or who have a love interest, or there is a new relationship somehow budding, there is a desire for you to bond and commit with this other person, which is fantastic, because boy, do you have a lot to offer. You also have a lot to receive, because Scorpios choose their partners pretty wisely. You know, they're going to choose someone who is a natural giver, receiver. You know, they're in harmony with the spirit of reciprocity. Scorpios will choose that person every time. So what's fascinating here is that you want to take the leap, but then you don't want to take the leap. And this has been the back and forth for you perhaps this year. Now, if you're in a relationship, there can be issues of commitment within the relationship that you're trying to sort out. You're trying to find the harmony, the balance of the sweetness of life with your freedom and your ability to play with fire within your own self-experience and within the relationship itself. And so there's been this back and forth. And those of you who are embarking on new relationships, the Fool indicates that you're going for it. But the Fool also indicates that you may not have adequately expressed your intentions within the relationship. So you want commitment, you want bonding, but you want freedom too. So this is the thing that requires attention and focus. And so this is what you have gone quiet with, Scorpio. This is what you've not necessarily shared so well with your partner or your potential new partner, depending on your situation right now. So you're in prayer and meditation and you're gaining enlightenment, which is fantastic, but it's important that you communicate this clearly with your partner or your intended partner, the one you are interested in. Okay, that's pretty clear actually. So start talking, Scorpio, start sharing in a way that feels heart-centered and right for you. And you may be surprised. There could be this old limiting belief that the person you're in relationship with won't be accepting of your desire for freedom within the commitment, or that the person you are considering as a love interest won't be open to this. So it's important to communicate clearly about it so that you both can arrive at the sweetness of life point and there is harmony, and then the fire stays lit between you for the life of the relationship. So my feeling here is that you may be surprised, Scorpio, that your partner could feel just the same. And the reason I say that is because the Lover's card is also Gemini, twin. So your partner is going to share some of these desires and qualities for the relationship as well. So take the leap of faith, Scorpio. Start talking, start communicating, share your enlightened thoughts, your desires, your intentions with your person. My feeling is they will surprise you. You'll be surprised at how well it's received, is what I want to say. And yeah, look, there's great passion between you and in the relationship. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yes. So keeping it under wraps, Scorpio, has curbed some of the passion. But the passion is the fire that you are so motivated by. And this is deeply important to you. But unless or until this communication is shared with your person, this current can't fully expand. That's the feeling I have. This can't be fully set free. And that's the very thing you desire. Interesting. Then you have flirt. Yes, Scorpio, you're masters at this. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yes, do that with your partner. Have a good time. Play. Play ignites the fire. Play will, stimulate the conversation. And again, you'll come back around to being surprised and delighted. And then the last card, it's worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Yeah, beautiful. So while there is communication and expression that is required, there's no pressure on you, Scorpio. It's just the knowledge that sharing your excuse me, thoughts, feelings, and desires with your partner is an important communication. So if you are wanting to take that leap of faith, if you want the floodgates of passion to open up, that requires an expanded commitment, which we see here on the 4. So the environment is stable, you will be received well, you are loved, and the floodgates of passion, fun, play, fire, freedom, sweetness of life, all that will come rushing in. It will be worth waiting for. I'm going to say it's been worth allowing for. And things will go to a level that you find really enjoyable. Beautiful. I love your reading, Scorpio. Okay, that's your December. So we are now going to use the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose Oracle cards. For your last card, what does Scorpio most need to know for the month of December? You can also ask a question, Scorpio, and let the card that comes out be your answer. Here it is. Well, this backs up the 4, it backs up the Lovers. Build on solid ground. Yes, the reminder here for you is that you are in a very stable place with yourself. You're in a very stable place with your relationship. Anything that you have to share and express at this time feels as though it will be received very well. And even if there is some misunderstanding, my sense of it is that it will be easily sorted out. Okay. There you have it, Scorpio. There's your message for December 2018, our last month of the year. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe here on the channel. And again, watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus so you get the full picture of the energies that you are navigating for the month. All the videos will be linked for you at the end of this one in a playlist. Bye for now, Scorpio. Peace.